My name's Arthur, and this is True Black. True Black is a tarot deck that I started about 10 months ago in November. I had always had an interest in the occult. I loved reading about witchcraft and magic and mythology from both a storytelling and an anthropological perspective. When I found tarot, it was this beautiful blend of everything I had an interest in. It was art and psychology and anthropology. It touched on so many aspects of what I think it means to be human. If we think of ourselves as a single civilization, the tarot deck is an artifact. I think every card represents a piece of us, a hope, a dream, a fear, things that persist throughout time. So I wanted to make a deck that feels as everlasting as that. When you use this deck, when you see these designs, I want you to feel for a second, even if it sounds crazy, that the past and future and present are all connected. That someone 1,000 years ago has felt this way, and that someone 1,000 years from now will also feel this way. Every card back is finished with a glossy star map. The stars, I think, are something that all civilizations have had in common. Across any time or any geography, it's another thing that ties us all together. Along with the card back, every card title on the front and every major arcana card has its own individual gloss artwork that elaborates and complements the card. All card edges are going to be hand painted by myself in black. In the event that this deck is successful and I have 1,000 decks to paint, I will probably enlist the help of a couple of friends from art school so we can all gather in my garage and spray paint some things. The thickness of the cardstock comes in at about 18 point. Most commercial decks are 12 or 16, but I wanted these decks to have a very substantial feel and presence. Now, the coding on this card is something that I can only go so far with words to describe. It has a very specific feel, velvety or suede-like or a bit like a rose petal. And this coating also makes it very matte and non-reflective, so you can see that compared to your average Rider-Waite deck, again from Amazon, with this glossy UV coat, these cards reflect almost no light. It almost looks like the black is sucking in all the light from around it. Very, very non-reflective, and it really brings out this spot UV gloss treatment. This matte coating is actually also very scratch resistant. I took a quarter to it and scratched about as hard as I could. This makes the card very, very durable. Now, while these cards are made of paper, they are incredibly water resistant. I held them under water for 10 minutes straight, and after drying them off, they show no signs of wear. The box is going to be a magnetic closure book style box. It and the booklet inside will both have a much more elaborate star map design with the True Black logo on it. The star map of the box circles around the entire cover, front, spine, and back, with an additional design on the inside cover. I've also added the ability to customize your box by working directly with me. For an extra cost, I'll work personally with you to make your own custom constellation and message, foiled in gold and available in these two styles. I want these cards to meet some very high standards to ensure the final production run is as perfect as possible, and to preemptively catch and fix any possible problems. I've made a very small run of prototype decks. They are available as an add-on to your pledge, both as a 30-card deck and as single prototype cards. They will be mailed directly to you immediately upon the completion of this Kickstarter. These cards are 100% indicative of what the full deck will look and feel like, using the exact same printing methods, coatings, and stocks. They're a great way to get a tangible sample of the project before the full production run. I also wanted to go local and support my home of the Northeast region. So all these cards and the eventual booklet that go with it are going to be printed up here. The cards will be in Maine, the booklets will be in New Hampshire. This is really I think a very different breed of card deck, something that, if it has been seen, has been very rare. I want to thank you all for watching, for being interested, and if you are interested enough, for supporting the True Black Tower project. It's supporters like you and a platform like Kickstarter that makes something like this possible. I also want to give a very special thank you to all of my friends and new friends in the Boston region who helped model for me, for my paintings, guide me, and give me all the support that I need this past year. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're all as excited as I am for this project. And when this finally ships out to you, I hope you all love it as much as I do. Thank you.